Last week on the Janee Show.
What I'm learning on this journey is that the issues are not within others, they're really within me. Whether it's with trust, whether it's with dating, discipline, any of those things. And it's not a fun reality.
As I am learning on this journey, I have a lot of work I need to do in order to reach my goals. But I'm ready to work my plan so that I can experience all life has to offer. The challenge is sometimes life doesn't go according to plan.
See you at the top. Starts with a state of mind. We'll see you at the top. Just leave your fears behind. If you believe it, you can achieve it. We'll see you.
I want a show that's inspiring and authentic and just real. I want to make a difference. And media is my platform to do that.
If you believe it, you can achieve it. We'll see you at the top.
I consider myself a driven person. I set goals. For instance, on the professional side, I want a nationally syndicated television show by 2013. And on the personal side, a successful marriage by the year, well, sometime. I work hard to achieve my goals. I plan my work and work my plan. The challenge is, life doesn't always go as planned.
John.
We're like brother and sister. We've been through so much, but at the end of the day, we're, still standing next to each other.
There really aren't words to describe working with John. He's kind of like a little brother slash, at the same time, a mentor. He's coached me in so many ways, and he's believed in me and turned down a lot of other bigger deals, and I couldn't afford to pay him what everybody else can. But he stuck around, and I won't shoot a show without him.
Just so you know what I've been dealing with today, John quit. As you all know, we have been on this mission to use media to make a difference. It is my mission. It is something that I really feel called to do. It's a different type of programming, and we've been figuring it out. I know this is what I'm supposed to do with all my heart, soul, and mind, and with a limited budget. It is very hard, and I don't blame John for walking out.
This is something I never expected. John and I have worked together since I started my production company. While it is a major setback, it cannot be a stopping point. But how will I continue without him? We've been birthing this show for years. To put things in perspective, I need to talk to other women who are birthing dreams of their own and dealing with unexpected issues.
We had a miscarriage about a year ago in May, and so we were just kind of taking it easy.
And tell us a little bit about the journey with Kaylee.
Well, I was pregnant with her at 18, 19 weeks when I found out she was going to have some congenital heart defects.
Whether you're birthing a baby or birthing a new project, there is always going to be unexpected things that come up. And as I'm learning, it's how we handle these things that makes the difference.
Heather, thank you for letting me come into your home today.
Oh, anytime.
And so you're how far along?
Today I'm 30 weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very excited.
And your first pregnancy?
Yes, ma'am. First pregnancy. It's been a ride.
Tell us a little bit about that ride.
Well, we had a miscarriage about a year ago in May, and so we were just kind of taking it easy and whatever, and we found out we were pregnant in September-ish. I'm high risk because of my age, and so we went in for our appointment, and we are just going to do measurements and stuff, and the sonographer found an accidental of my cervix being very short.
And so then what does that do to your pregnancy?
Puts you on bed rest. Complete bed rest, with potential of strict bed rest or even hospital bed rest.
And when you have the baby, where will you go?
As my choice is I would like it to go to Cook's, to the NICU, if that's where it needs to go at that point in time.
And what is it about that facility that you like?
I think it is just, it's a wonderful facility. They have great doctors and great nurses, and they make you feel at home, like that's their grandchild or their niece or their nephew or sister, and they just want to make sure that best outcome is there, whether it's just a day surgery or if you're spending months there.
What would you say to other moms who are maybe having a challenging pregnancy?
You know, I would have them reflect on themselves and kind of, you know, if faith is in their religion, you know, if they're there at that point, you know, to really look at that. If it's not, to find something to focus on, the positive, because I really do believe the positive thinking and the prayer that I've had has gotten me this far. You know, we joke that I have prayer, progesterone, and procardia on board, but, you know, really, you know, it comes down to your positive thinking, because, you know, they say worry's not good for you or the baby. And so I think I always have to, you know, I'm not saying I don't have bad days, because I do, but for the most part, I try to look for the good in it, knowing that when it comes, it'll be such a blessing and a neat blessing.
Clearly, Heather has the right attitude to get through her pregnancy, and she's chosen the right place to go if she needs some extra help. But what is it about the NICU at Cook Children's that makes it such a special place?
What difference do you think the new NICU has made in the lives of those families who come to Cook Children's?
You walk around this unit, it is a cheerful place. The colors are bright, it's quiet, it's conducive to healing. We have this beautiful garden behind us that when you walk by, it just exudes hope and brightness.
And joy.
Yes, definitely.
Hi, Janee.
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Nice to meet you. Hi there. I'm Janee.
I'm Doug.
Nice to meet you. And who's this pretty little girl?
This is Abigail.
Abigail. And how old is Abigail?
Abigail is about 2.5 months old.
This is your first time to be a mom?
Yes. First time parents. And it's so funny because when she was born, we were actually scheduled to go to a childcare class and learn all about that. But we were in the hospital with her when all that happened. So we kind of got the crash course in parenting. But it's been exciting. We've had a ton of help here, and the nurses have been wonderful and kind of teaching us, you know, how to change a diaper and, you know, how to bathe her and all that.
Now, did you know she was going to be early?
No, we had no clue. I developed complications with my pregnancy, and we had started going to a specialist, and we went in, it was a Friday afternoon. We had a sonogram, and they noticed that I was having what's called a reverse diastolic flow, which means the blood in the umbilical cord was flowing backwards and forwards.
Oh, wow.
So she had stopped growing. Her head was 30 weeks and her body was 28. So they decided to do a C-section that day. So we were, she came into the world with a bang.
How small was she when she was born? And
She was 2 pounds 5 ounces when she was born, and now she's 5 pounds 11 ounces. So, you know, we say she was a little peanut when she was born, and now she's a walnut. The people here, they are here for you. They care for your child as much as you do. And just wonderful, absolutely wonderful experience with them. Can't say enough about them.
so what was it like the first time you laid eyes on her?
There's no feeling like it. I mean, that's your little girl, and I remember as they were still working on me, they had her in an incubator next to me, and I was able to, you know, reach out, and she actually held my hand. And I tear up thinking about it, but it's a very precious moment.
So you can never really be prepared for something like this, but it looks like you guys have done amazingly well. What is kind of getting you through it?
Your family, you know, your love for each other. My husband and I definitely grew a lot closer through this experience, and you know, just having the support of our parents and our friends and other family members. One thing we're most excited about when we get home is not having these cords. It's gonna feel so strange not to have them. Oh.
Bad things are going to happen in life, but if we keep a positive mental attitude and put ourselves in a good environment conducive to nurturing our growth, we will get through it. But how?
Tell me about what you felt that day that you found out.
Terrified is what I felt. Sad. I was in shock, obviously, because everyone thinks they're gonna have a normal, perfectly healthy baby and normal, perfectly healthy pregnancy.
Death is really part of the living process, and so to include as much family in the death of a baby or the dying process is really important. It's important to the little brothers and sisters.
Clearly, starting a new media mission is nothing like birthing a baby, except perhaps the labor pains that go along with anything worth having in life. The challenge is, as things keep happening, I begin to doubt myself, my abilities, my decision to start this lofty endeavor. But I know I am not alone in my feelings.
She is just precious. And what's her name?
Kaylee Violet Raby.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about the journey with Kaylee.
Well, I was pregnant with her at 19 weeks when I found out she was going to have some congenital heart defects. And it was going to be a long road, but ultimately when we saw the surgeon, he said that her long road will end once she has her final surgery when she's 3 years of age.
So when you got the news about her heart, and you said you were like 18, 19 weeks,
Yes, ma'am.
what did that do to you guys?
I took 3 days off from work because I had to go through my own soul searching of what this means, and had to have a long talk with the Lord about what also He wants for her and wants me to do for her. And she continued to thrive and did so well, and I was going to let Him decide if that's what He wants her to do.
And it really was an unexpected curveball,
Yes, ma'am.
this heart. And
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me about what you felt that day that you found out?
Terrified is what I felt. Sad. I was in shock, obviously, because everyone thinks they're gonna have a normal, perfectly healthy baby and normal, perfectly healthy pregnancy. I got the pregnancy and the baby. She's incredibly healthy. She's the healthiest sick baby you'll ever see.
How was it? Did you ever have those moments when you felt like you were totally alone?
Yes.
And in that moment feeling like you were alone,
Mm-hmm.
did you ever want to give up?
I remember having thoughts while she was in the NICU of maybe someone else could do this better. Maybe we should give her up for adoption. So Tim, my husband, was the one who pointed out that giving her up for adoption was not an answer, not a choice. And I knew that the moment I thought that, and feeling alone in dealing with all of this. And obviously I was not alone at all.
Because you have this little life you're responsible for, so giving up, not an option.
No, absolutely not. And I'm so happy I did not.
It's definitely worth it, huh?
Absolutely.
Adrian's crisis moment reminds me so much of what I've been going through, struggling to keep the baby of the Janee show alive and healthy.
I will not quit. Just because it's my mission doesn't mean it's his. You know, we are several weeks into this, and I will not quit.
Seeing Adrian's beautiful baby reminded me that the end goal is worth whatever mountain I have to climb. I know that intuitively, but why am I still afraid?
You all do so much amazing things here, but not every story has a happy ending. And what happens in those situations?
Not all stories end, with the baby going home, and so sometimes our babies do die. And we have a special room, we call it our family care room, and it's actually set up like a real nursery. And we ask the parents when they know that their baby is not going to live very long if they want to go into this room and spend time with their baby in less of a hospital environment. But it's a bright and cheery room. It looks just like a baby nursery. And so where you can say, death is a failure, it really isn't. We can provide an opportunity where if you can say it was a good death, the family was involved. It was death like it used to be a long time ago when grandmother was dying and the whole family was at the bedside. And we truly, in our society, we've sterilized death. Death happens in a hospital and, we go to the funeral home and see the body. But death is really part of the living process. And so to include as much family in the death of a baby or the dying process is really important. It's important to the little brothers and sisters to have known their little baby brother or sister and the other family members. And it validates to the parents that this child lived, because there's the more people that see and visit the baby, the more real that baby has been. And it's not just a picture that somebody shows them, this was my baby in the hospital and my baby died.
Awesome.
Perhaps it's because I've had dreams before, and they've been shattered badly. Delivering my son stillborn was some of the worst pain I ever experienced. I do not want to ever go through that again. But I know I have to press through the pain to experience the healing. One of the ways I can press through the pain is by getting out of myself and into others. I found this cordless lamp right at home, and I thought it would be the perfect homecoming gift for Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi.
I come bearing gifts.
You're so sweet.
Well, you had mentioned you were looking forward to no cords, so we got you a cordless lamp for the nursery.
That is
It runs off of batteries, which are in here,
awesome.
and a bulb. All that you need is in here as well.
Wonderful.
And you've got your hands full, so can I open it for you?
Sure.
All right.
Y'all are so sweet.
A little journal
Aww.
so that you could journal the journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, you are so welcome.
Made me realize that, there's something bigger in this plan than me. And it wasn't about me anymore. It was about us and keeping the little one safe as much as possible.
Whether you think you're prepared for it or not, you are.
If life was easy, we wouldn't need others. But the reality is, life is hard. The unexpected is going to happen. But it is how we deal with it that matters.
So when you found out that you were going to have to be on bed rest and things were not going the perfect pregnancy, what did you think?
I thought, this wasn't in my plan. I did some thinking like, no, I'm supposed to be able to go all the way until I'm supposed to deliver. And then I think, realization of the sonogram pictures and different things like that just made me realize that, there's something bigger in this plan than me. And it wasn't about me anymore. It was about us and keeping the little one safe as much as possible.
Every minute, all the tears that she's given indirectly, obviously she didn't intend them, but with all the tears came out lots of laughs and smiles, and it's the best. And the best part about having a mom with technically a sick baby is I get to value every minute of every day with her, and I don't have to stop and think, God, I can't wait till she's this, or till she can crawl, or till she can talk. All I can focus on is the here and now with her, because the fact that I've come so close to losing her 3 times in the NICU has made me value her and just my relationship with her for however long the Lord lets us stay together. And I hope He takes me first home with Him.
And people always say, well, what? I mean, could you have been prepared for this? And really you can't. But I think, prayer, the Lord has definitely blessed us through this. And whether you think you're prepared for it or not, you are. He's done that. And we don't necessarily know why things like this happen, but there's a plan and we just trust in Him.
What these moms taught me is so true. I just have to not wallow in how hard it is. Recognize that joy does come with tears. And understand that I really am more prepared than I think. I realize that my goals of a nationally syndicated show and a successful marriage are lofty ones. When I hit bumps in the road, do I get scared? Absolutely. I just need somebody to believe in this as much as I do.
Here's the thing.
is that, as we know, when things look like they're bad that happen, it always turns out for the best. God always has a better plan, and we just have to hold on to that, because even if John is for sure out, something better will happen out of it.
And what I need from you guys, I want you to think about it, pray about it, whatever you choose to do tonight. I'm not joking. And I need to know if you're in with me for the long haul. I'm learning to face the unexpected with full-on faith. Now, if only I can learn to face myself that same way.